Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today is the day 4 for our Wireshark series. Now in our previous video we have covered the TCP handshake, right? So in this particular video we are going to talk about sequence numbers, which is very much related with TCP. Okay. So now what is and why we need sequence number, and we are going to capture it and we are going to analyze the packet so that we can understand the sequence number and what is the use case of it in TCP. So this is very important when you are analyzing TCP traffic. You have to know the concept of sequence number. So I would request you to watch this video till then so that you can understand it and it will be useful during the troubleshooting time. And also I'll request you to please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any video from me. Without any further delay, let's get started. So friends, let's understand what is the sequence number and then we'll capture the traffic and we'll understand how exactly it works. Now, to make you understand, the sequence number is basically a way of tracking the packets, like how much data I've sent and how much I have received, basically like that. So it is basically for both the device. So let's say for an example, let's consider this one is a source and this one is a destination. Okay. So if I'm sending some data, I will be adding whatever the data that I'm sending. So it will be a sequence number of it. Okay. And whenever the destination receives the data, he sends me an acknowledgement with the same number which I have sent with him. So let's say I am sending 4440 and the acknowledgement number will be also 440. Okay. So this is the way the source is tracking how much data he has sent, and the acknowledgement number will basically help the sequence number or in TCP that whether the destination has received the data or not. Okay. Now the way I said, the same applicable for the destination as well. So whatever data he sends or the destination sends, whatever the sequence number is, he will be sending with the acknowledgement as well. So both the parties or both the network devices, they track the data with the help of sequence number, and acknowledgement number gives you a confirmation whether the data has received it or not. So let's capture a TCP traffic and let's understand this is little on a Wireshark capture. So friends, let's capture the TCP traffic and let's do this. So let me rub this off, and we have captured HTTP traffic. So let's go there and let's check the capture. Okay. So if you see this particular capture, it is, you can see it is for HTTP traffic. Okay. Now we have talked about the TCP sends and ACK and acknowledgement, right? Now during this point of time, let's start with the first packet. If we go further and let's see, we have a sequence number over here, right? Now this sequence number is 0. It never be 0, but this is for the one who is analyzing this particular traffic. It is basically simpler for him to understand the sequence number. Now if you see the raw sequence number, it is very a long number which basically we do not understand or we cannot calculate. The calculation will be little difficult for us. So Wireshark has given us a relative sequence number which basically helps. If you want to remove this particular column, you can remove it. I'll show you later, not right now, but you can remove the sequence number if you want. And if you want to deal with real one, you can do that as well. Okay. Now this is just a sequence number, and then you have a acknowledgement number. So once you send a sequence number, it is basically nothing that we are not going to send any data on this particularly. Okay. But there will be a sequence number or acknowledgement number that will be there. That is basically a number which gets increased by default. Okay, this is just a number which gets increased during the TCP handshake. That's all. There is nothing that it's basically sending any data or something like that. Okay, and after that we'll get an acknowledgement, right? You can see a sequence number, acknowledgement number, and all this. Okay, now the client will be sending some data here. You can see data length over here, which is 200. Okay, and this is the request which will be sent by the client to the server. Okay, now if you see the length of the data is TCP segment length is 134. Okay, now 134 and here you are seeing 200. It's basically the layer 3 and layer 2. If you add all of this, basically the length size will be this much. Okay, but here whatever the data that we are sending, right, it will get added with the sequence number whatever we were having before. Okay, so if you add this, it will become 135, right? Now we are expecting 135 has to come to us, right? Now in the next packet in the server side, see, acknowledgement number 135 is coming, right? Same way, now the server is responding to your data. Now server will 1448 length of the data is sending by the server, adding the sequence number, the older sequence number, whatever he has chosen it, and during that point of time. So now if you see here plus 149, so he is expecting the reply should be coming from the client as 149. You can see this. Now to make you understand about this, or to make it very clearer whatever that I'm saying to you, what I can do is I'll take this, okay, I'll add this as a column, and I'll take this and I'll add this as a column. Okay, now if you see here, okay, now this is basically from the client to the server. So during that time it was 00. Okay, and this is server to the client 0, and acknowledgement will be, because it's get added 1 with it. Okay, so it will be 1 because I'm receiving the traffic from the, now he will also add it 1, and 1 becomes 1. Now after that the client is sending data to the server, which is the length of the, but it is actually 135. You can see that 135. Okay, it will be going, and after that we will be receiving acknowledgement number 135. Now after that you will be seeing whatever the data that we are sending. Okay, it is not the actual number, or maybe what I can do is I'll take this as a length, or let me just check this out. Okay, now you will be able to understand more clearly. Okay, so it is not actually this length, you should be considering this length, so you will be able to understand now. So if you add this, 149 will be receiving from that end, and if you add this, you will be receiving this end. Okay, now whatever that I'm sending, it is from the server to the client. Okay, now server is sending, adding, and responding with the acknowledgement, adding, getting the response from it, adding, getting the response from it. So this is what it is. Now every time you are saying 0, 0, 0, 0, just an acknowledgement that I have received your data. Okay, so the client is sending saying that I have received your data now. So the thing will be like this. So in a summary, if I just wanted to tell you that in the first place my sequence number will be 0, and the acknowledgement number will be 1. This is during the TCP handshake. Okay, so this is SYN, this is SYN ACK, right? And after that he'll be also sending an acknowledgement. Now during that SYN and acknowledgement, SYN will be 0. Again he will be adding 1 to this. So now both the sides is 1 1. Okay, and after that the actual data gets translated from here. So adding to this, getting an acknowledgement, adding to this, getting an acknowledgement, like that it is. So this is just a way to track the traffic. Okay, and the other way is like I have received your data and this is your acknowledgement number. We'll talk about how if a data loss happened and if anything is changing over here. First we need to understand the concept. As we have understood the concept, now later we'll analyze and we'll try to see if there is a packet loss or if there is a change in the sequence number, what will happen, right? So this is what I wanted to cover in this specific video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I'll see you in the next, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any video from me.